You ready? You got your salad, you got the fork, you got the salt, pepper, everything. You sitting here, child, because it's time for true crime at lunchtime. Lunchtime at true crime. You know I never remember which one it is, but I'm here for you. Listen, because when you sit down, have a little sandwich, go on a little walk, whatever you're going to do at lunchtime, you need some true crime, right? Don't you just need like a teensy little skosh, a little portable true crime that you can take with you? Child, here I am. Today, we are talking about Miss Ciera Harp. Ciera Harp, a hot behind mess. Wait, I'm still drinking out of the I'm a Ray of Sunshine water bottle. Ciera Harp, not a ray of sunshine. Child, she's a ray of destruction. This is what happened. Ciera was dating this dude who was like an up-and-coming rapper. I never heard of him. I don't remember his name because, you know, me and names. This is not a name situation. Plus, he's dead now. So, like, not to give the story away, but that's what happened. And he never really got, like, that far, as far as I could tell. But if he wasn't, like, Jay-Z, I would know him anyway. So look, she's dating this rapper and he's an up and coming rapper. And she was like, oh, wait a minute. Let me jump on these coattails. I might end up with myself in a mansion or something like that. But he was like, look, me and you, it's just like a hit it and quit it kind of situation. I'm going to drop by and get a little and then I'm going to go on my life. And she was like, yeah, cool. So what does she do? She gets pregnant because of course she does. And his mom was like, baby, that girl is terrible. You might not want to be. He was like, no. I'm just going to pay her a little money. I'm on the road all the time. I'm gone all the time. She understands that she's not my girlfriend. Those are like famous last words, right? Because how many dudes are like, yeah, she knows she's not my girlfriend. I'm with these other 12,000 women. And the woman is like, but me and you, just last week we was. So anyway. She was the not girlfriend, baby mama, pregnant with his kid. But he was like, nope, I'm going to take care of my kid. They weren't living together and everything was like, okay. This girl's kind of a troublemaker, kind of been a troublemaker her whole life. But she was like, no, I'm going to settle down and have this baby. So she came to him and she was like, my roommate threw me out. What am I going to do? I'm pregnant. I got this baby. So he was like, okay, you can stay in my place because I'm always on the road. No problem. And the mom was like, listen. As mothers are wont to do, because mothers have wisdom, love it or hate it, mothers have wisdom. So this mother was like, look, everybody is telling me this girl is the devil. And so you need to be careful. Every time she opens her mouth to say something, every time y'all have a fight, what you need to do is turn on your little cell phone and push the record button and just let it run. And he was like, okay, great. So they going about their life. They're having all the fights they normally have. And he's still like, I'm going to get with these other women, but you can still live here. And she was like, okay. So one day she's home, minding her own business. She comes out of the bedroom and it's another chick sitting on the couch. And she was like, who is this? Blah, 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 blah. And he was like, oh, here we go. So so he was like, Ciera, can I see you in the bedroom, please? All right. By this time they had the child. The child was like a year and a half too. Let's go in the bedroom and have this conversation. So sorry, company. We just gonna go right over here. Don't mind us. So they go in the bedroom. This chick was like, the chick who was in the living room was like, oh, no. I'm not. Let me text him. I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye. So she left. It's like 10:30 at night. First of all, what was the chick doing coming to your house at 10:30 at night? But okay, whatever. So he goes on and goes in the bedroom with this girl. They have a talk/fight. And of course, he turns on his phone. They go back and forth. And she stabs him. And so he's like, look what she did. You see what she did? She showed it on my hand or whatever. But then the episode of Snapped jumps ahead to her calling 911, talking about, he tried to kill me and I had to defend myself. Child, and talk my throat dry. Excuse me. And so the police were like, oh, we'll investigate. She's all stabbed up. She's bloody. The dude is dead on the floor. And they're like, oh, it looks like a domestic situation. Everything she said matches up. And so they waited a couple of days. So she was all healed up, got her stitches, talked to her a little bit. And they were like, okay, everything seems fine. But the mom is like, nope, look at his phone. Because I told him he should record everything on his phone. And so the police were like, oh, okay, we have the phone here, but we can't open it. Remember in the Murdoch trial and all of those other trials that we've done together when like the FBI could open your phone, but they really can only open it if you have a short password, not if you have a long password. And so they tried it. He must have had a long password. You know, he had all kinds of heifers hiding up in that phone that he wanted to keep away from her. So months and months go by. She doesn't get arrested. The cops talked to her once or twice. They were like, ma'am, the evidence lines up. And she was probably thinking, that's because I'm good at crime. And so she was like, I'm about to be free. I'm about to get all the money from his residuals. Couldn't be that much money because still, I never heard of this dude, but whatever. So she's like, okay, fine, Officer Friendly. I'm going to go over here and get with the next man and have another rapper baby. And so finally, the mom was like, if you can get the passcode, everything is backed up to the cloud. Everything's going to be there. So they call her. They were like, hey, Ciera girl, one quick thing. We're about to close this case. Thank you so much for all your assistance. We just need the password to his phone, if you happen to have it, so that we can tie up some loose ends. And she was like, of course. The password is like ABC123, whatever it was. So the cops were like, thanks so much. And so they go on the phone. And of course, much in the way of Suitcase Ciera, who video recorded her murder, this chick has now given the password to the Mr. Popo. And they're like, okay, let's see. We see all kinds of videos of random stuff. Oh, this one right here, the day of the crime. Play. Turns out there are 3 videos on his phone that detail his murder. So I was like, oh, shoot. Based on the way he was shot up, the cops were like, some of these bullets are like a little bit, I don't think that's how that would have went. But her story matches the evidence. Well, now they have a videotape. So note to self, if you were in a toxic relationship, every time that person gets mad, go on to press the record or whatever button on your phone. So the first video is them just having an argument, and you go back and you see where she's cut his hand with the knife. Look, this is the kind of chick that carried a knife holster on her leg. Who does that? What are you, in the Old West? Was she from the hood? And if this was not just like a regular pointy knife, this was a knife with one edge was jagged and the end of it was like a fork. Girl, was you camping? Was you using that to stab a steak? I personally have never had a call to carry that particular kind of knife. Maybe some other kinds, but not that kind. So I was like, okay, girl, you was not playing. And the handle had a T so that it didn't slip when you were stabbing people. Handy, I guess. Okay. So, you see her get stabbed. You see him get stabbed, and she's like, "I told you!" Blah, 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 blah. Bang, bang, bang. Shoots the dude, right there on the videotape. I was like, "Girl!" And so then the tape stops, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, that's terrible." But now they have her shooting him, and it was clearly not self-defense. Then, I guess the video went off. He turns it on a second time, and he's going, "Listen, I'm not going to make it. Just let me say goodbye to my daughter. I just want to say goodbye to my daughter." And she's like, okay, I'm going to let you say goodbye to your daughter. And then she starts fussing again. I was like, okay, lady, do you realize he got this is going to be evidence at your trial. Okay, no, you don't care? Okay, cool. If you don't care, child, I certainly don't care. So, it's like, okay, video stops. And I was like, they have 2 videos. What is the luck? Who in the world would have thought there would be 2 videos? Oh, but wait, there's more. There was the 3rd video. The 3rd video was so scandalous. So the 3rd video is his baby saying, "Daddy, what's wrong?" Now this dude is laying on the living room floor, bloody, stabbed up, 2 seconds from bleeding out, but he had enough energy in his little finger to push the record button. So you hear the little girl being like, "Daddy, what's wrong?" "Okay, Daddy, but Daddy, are you okay?" This child was like 2 or 3 by this point. What in the world? So, they get this video was there. The little girl is saying goodbye. And then you see feet walk through the video. Oh, at one point, the lady who says she's got stabbed up, Ciera, you can see her leg. She's wearing shorts or whatever. And you can see the tattoo on her leg. So you know it's her. By the time she got to the hospital, there was a stab mark right by the tattoo. But in this video, no stab mark by the tattoo. You see her feet walk up beside him and shoot him in the top of the head. Lady, did you not check that phone? Ma'am, you had the password. But I guess she could have checked the cloud. I don't know how all of that works. But she gave the password, and she might as well have signed a confession. So they see him get shot right in the top of the head, and then you hear no more sound from him. Nothing. And then after a little while, the video, and you see her bending over, picking up the phone. Her face is in the phone. Girl, you going to jail. Did you not see the phone? Did you not understand that's what that was? How come, if you so good at crime, because basically you was 2 seconds from getting away with this, but then you done messed up, Heifer. You have messed up. So the cops are like, "Hey, Ciera girl, why don't you come on down here? We got one more little, one more little chitty chat with you, right? Okay, so she goes down, click, click, she gets the bracelets. Of course she does. But then she goes to court and she was like, Your Honor, judge and jury, see what had happened was, and the prosecutor was like, right. We just gonna go straight to the videotape. Honestly, if this was my case, I would have said like, here's our opening statement and rolled the videotape. And somebody asked me a question, I would be like, here's minute number 3 of the videotape. So in the end, the jury, something tells me they probably didn't have to leave the room. They just looked around and was like, you good? I'm good? You good? Okay. Guilty. So now she got that nice LWAP that she deserved. Nobody gave that to her. She earned that. She worked hard at being a terrible human being, and now she's in prison for the rest of her life. But wait, then her mom and daddy and them come by and they were like, yeah, she was always like that. Y'all couldn't send her to like girl state or reform school or something? And then his mom comes up and says, you know, because he was a rapper, he was saying that his life wouldn't last long. He would probably only live to be like 25 or so. And I used to tell him, don't say that. But that's exactly what happened. Sir, did you intentionally just like partner with a crazy lady because you was trying to like rush your future? I don't think he was psychic. I think he was dumb. So now he's dead. Ciera Hart is in prison. That baby only has no parents. I hope she at least has good grandparents. But ooh, and what did she inherit from them? Did she inherit more like the crazy side? Did she inherit more like the mental illness side? I'm not even going to say it's mental illness because I think that was just evil. And there is a difference. Like, some people believe like, oh, if you have mental illness, if you like go to church or like do a spell or sit in a circle with salt around you, whatever, you can make that go away. No, legitimate mental illness, therapy and medication and talking to somebody about it and all that kind of stuff might help, but you're going to have to do the work. If you're evil, exorcism? I don't know. I can't be up here advocating for exorcism since I don't know that much about exorcism. I know there was a movie about it. That's pretty much it. But this heifer, she needed an exorcism. And maybe she gets it in prison. Maybe she doesn't. Based on the way she was raised and things her parents said about her, she gonna flourish. She gonna blend. She gonna be right at home in prison like, oh, you're a sociopath and yours, I'm a sociopath. We have so much in common. Wow, that's amazing. So now she's with her people where she belongs and the rest of us can sleep easy. Also, when you're gonna predict your future, when you're gonna say things about yourself, try saying things you want to have, right? Like, I believe that I'm going to be taller next year. I'm trying to speak that into reality. I believe that I will win the lotto, but I will also keep my job because I love my job very much. Just talking to y'all, just me and you, hanging out, having a little kiki in the morning and sometimes in the afternoon with our true crime. So listen, by now, you should be halfway through your sandwich. Eat slowly, your salad, whatever. Dab your lips. Come on, chew 22 chews because I don't want you to choke. I have an ingestion because you have to be healthy and wealthy and wise to be right back here at lunchtime tomorrow for lunchtime true crime. Or is it true crime lunchtime? Whatever. I'll see you then. Bye.